Our community is bleeding. We are in pain, and for the last year, we've been screaming out for help.
What we can say, and should say clearly, unambiguously, is that blaming the AAPI community for a public health crisis is racist and wrong.
Asian Americans must not be used as scapegoats in times of crisis. Lives are at stake.
3 lawmakers, including our next guest, testifying before Congress about the threats against the Asian American Pacific Islander community following that heinous attack in Georgia that left 8 dead, including 6 women of Asian descent. That deadly rampage comes amid a surge in assaults on the nation's AAPI community since the start of the COVID pandemic. There have been nearly 3,800 anti-Asian hate incidents reported in the U.S. In just the first 2 months of 2021, there were over 500 incidents reported. California Congresswoman Judy Chu was the first Chinese-American woman elected to Congress, and she's currently serving as the chair of the Congressional Asian Pacific American Caucus. And Congresswoman Chu joins us now. Thank you for joining us. Investigators say they haven't found concrete evidence that the gunman in Atlanta targeted these businesses and victims because of their ethnicities. But do you believe that this was a hate crime against Asian Americans and should be prosecuted as such?
First, my heart breaks for the 8 victims, and as I read more about them, I see that they were hardworking. Many were mothers. One was as old as 74 years old. And yes, I do strongly believe that this is a hate crime. This is a 21-year-old white male who chose as his first victim a business that was called Young's Asian Massage. Then he drove for 27 miles to another spot where he hit 2 more Asian spas. If his only problem was sex addiction, then he could have had his choice in those 27 miles of any place that he could have gone to. But no, he specifically went to those Asian spas where it was clear in all 3 places there would be many Asian women. And indeed, those were the majority of those that he shot and killed. Now, I know the legal bar is high because they have to find somebody who heard him say that there was an anti-Asian slur expressed at the time. But I would say, look, these were places where people spoke another language. They may not have heard him. They may be dead. But in my mind, and in the minds of many, this is an anti-Asian hate crime.
You want Congress to act and have singled out 2 bills, the No Hate Act and the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act. Can you first explain for our viewers what these bills would do? And secondly, are you confident they can get enough Republican support to become law?
Well, first of all, let me say that we have been working for a year to try to get some action done against these anti-Asian hate crimes. But President Trump doubled down with his rhetoric about the China virus and the Wuhan virus and even Kung flu. And it wasn't until President Biden came and issued that executive memorandum saying that the Asian community should be able to meet with the Department of Justice to provide solutions to these anti-Asian hate crimes that we were able to actually move forward. And in fact, we had that meeting with the Department of Justice last week. We are also pushing forward 2 anti-Asian. Yes?
Go ahead.
And we are also pushing forward. Yeah, we're also pushing forward, of course, these 2 hate crime bills. One is called the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act, and this one would direct the Department of Justice to have somebody appointed to track these crimes and to make sure that they are going through the system and being prosecuted and providing guidelines on these types of hate crimes in terms of their prosecution. The No Hate Act would address our very flawed hate crime system in this country. Our reporting is very flawed because it relies on local law enforcement agencies to voluntarily provide such statistics. But 18 states don't even track such data. 3 states don't even have a hate crime statute in the law. So hate crimes in this country are very undercounted. And also, the No Hate Act would provide resources for law enforcement to be able to put such a program together and actually get training on how they deal with hate crimes, and provide oversight that would be done by the U.S. Attorney General, who would report to Congress.
Okay, thanks very much, Congresswoman Chu. I know you and your colleagues are calling for this Friday to be a national day to speak out against Asian hate.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.